In this video, I'm going to do a step-by-step beginner tutorial on how to trade derivatives on Kucoin. If you're still relatively new to Kucoin, I do have a step-by-step beginner tutorial where I show you how to trade on the spot market, and I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. In this video, I'm going to get straight into the derivatives. I'm going to show you how to transfer your assets from your spot account and into your futures account. Then I'll show you the different market types and pairings. Then I'll break down the user interface, and I'll show you how to adjust your leverage, and I'll demonstrate some trades using market orders, limit orders, and how to set up some stop losses. All of that and more with some tips and tricks along the way. If this is your first time signing up on Kucoin, I've left a link for you in the description of this video as well as in the pinned comment down below. Feel free to sign up using that link and you'll save 5% on all your trading fees permanently. Kucoin is also often running promotions for people who are signing up for the first time. Sometimes these are really nice deposit bonuses that get deposited into your account, and sometimes you get entered into draws. Feel free to sign up with that link to find out what promotion might be available to you. This video is not a sponsored video and is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. I've left you some timestamps in the description of this video down below, so at any point feel free to skip ahead to a section that might be most relevant to you. If you end up getting some value out of this video, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe for future content. Let's get into the video. If you click my link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment down below, you'll be redirected to this page here where you can create your account. And you can do so by using your phone number or you can use an email. At the time of recording, KYC is not necessary for creating your account, but the services on Kucoin will be limited, and I'll cover that shortly. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll be able to view the current promotion. So at the time of recording, if you use my link when signing up, you can claim up to 3,200 Tether as welcoming gifts. I'll also point out that you'll get a 5% discount on all your trading fees permanently if you use my link when signing up. So simply choose the option that makes the most sense for you. Come down here, click on the terms of use. If you agree, check this box here, then click on sign up to create your account. Once you sign up and sign into Kucoin, you should arrive on your dashboard. And if for whatever reason you haven't, you can always get to your dashboard by coming up here to the top right hand side of the screen, hover over your profile icon, and click up at the top here. As I was mentioning in the beginning of this tutorial, you can create your account without going through the KYC process, but the services are limited. For example, you won't be able to buy any crypto using fiat, but you'll still be able to deposit crypto onto the platform from another exchange or from a wallet address, and you'll be able to trade it on the spot market as well as the futures market. But you'll only have access to 5x leverage. If you want to trade with more than 5x leverage, you will have to get verified. So if you wish to get verified, you come up here to the top right hand side of the screen, hover over your profile icon, and in this drop down menu, click here on identity verification. And that'll bring you to this page here where you can begin the verification process. But before you do, you can always explore the different levels of verification by simply clicking on them. For example, if we click right here on provide personal information, we'll be able to see the account features down below that this will unlock. So this is going to bump you up to 25,000 USDT daily withdrawal limit. But you'll notice right here that fiat deposits will still be unavailable. But this will increase your leverage of up to 20x on the futures market. So you can click on any one of these to explore the account features that will become available to you. If you want fiat deposits, you will have to complete the face verification right here. Now, as you can see the account features down below, this will bump you up to 1 million USDT daily withdrawal limits. And as you can see right here, fiat deposits become available. So if you want to get verified, you just come up here and you'd click on verify. Then you'll get a little pop-up window where Kucoin is suggesting that you use the app for faster and more convenient verification with a higher pass rate. So if you don't already have the Kucoin mobile app, you can scan this QR code here on the left-hand side to get the app, and you can scan the QR code over here on the right-hand side to begin the verification process using the mobile app. If you wish to proceed in browser, you just come down here and click continue in browser. Then you'll need to choose a government-issued document, such as your passport or a driver's license. Typically when I'm going through KYC, I just use my driver's license. And you'll have to take a scan or a photo of this document and upload it so Kucoin can verify you. So simply choose the document that you wish to use and then you'd click on continue to begin the verification process. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to head back to the dashboard. Of course, before trading on Kucoin, you'll either have to deposit some crypto onto the platform from another wallet address or from another exchange, or you'll have to buy some crypto using fiat. If you want to find all your fiat purchasing options, you just simply come right up here where it says buy crypto, and you'll get a drop down menu with all the different fiat options. If you simply want to deposit some crypto onto account, you just come over here, use the deposit button, or you can use the withdraw button right here. If you need any assistance with that, I do cover that in more detail in my Kucoin step-by-step beginner tutorial. So I'll invite you to watch that video if you need any assistance. And I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. My intention with this video is to get straight into the futures market. Before you can trade on the futures market, you'll have to enable futures trading. And to do that, we'll simply come right up here to our assets. Then we'll click here on overview. Then on this page here, come right over here and click where it says enable futures trading. Then simply click right here on enable futures trading. Make sure to read the terms of use. If you agree with that, check this box, then click on enable futures trading. Then we'll click on confirm. Now futures trading has been enabled. The next step is to transfer assets from your funding account and into your futures account. And we can do that from inside our futures account. So if you're not already on your futures page, you just simply come up here to assets and then click on futures in this drop down menu. You'll see in my case here that I'm currently set to USD. So this will give me the option to transfer in Tether or USDC. So if I wanted to trade the Tether pairings, I'd come down here to Tether and I'd click on the transfer button over here on the right hand side. If you want to trade the USDC pairings, you just use the USDC transfer button. If you're looking to trade the coin margin pairings, you'd come up here and click where it says coin M. Then transfer the asset into your futures account that you wish to trade. Just keep in mind that when you're trading the coin margin pairings, that all profits and losses will be settled in the underlying asset. So when you close your trade, you'll still be exposed to the volatility of the underlying asset. If you're trading the stablecoin pairings, all your profits and losses will be settled in the stablecoin, and you'll no longer be exposed to the volatility of the underlying asset. For this tutorial, I'll demonstrate with Tether. So I'm going to come up here, click where it says USD. Then I'm going to come down here to where it says Tether, and I'll click on the transfer button. Then we'll get our transfer pop-up window. Now, as you can see, I'm already set up to transfer from my funding account into my futures account. And of course, I want to transfer in Tether. So I'd just come down here to this box and I'd type in the amount of Tether that I wish to transfer in. And you'll be able to see your available balance right here. If you want to transfer in all of it, you just click right here on max, then click on confirm. And as you can see, I just transferred the Tether from my funding account into my futures account. Now you'll be able to see your futures asset balance right here, and you'll be able to see the coin that you transferred in right here. When you're ready to transfer the funds out of your futures account and back into your funding account, you just come down here, you'd use the transfer button, so I'll use the Tether button right here. Then what you would do is you just simply click these arrows right here. Now, as you can see, I just flipped this around. So now I'm transferring from futures back into the funding account. And you just repeat the steps and click on confirm. And the funds will be transferred immediately from your futures account back into your funding account. So I'll just go ahead and close this out. Now that I've funded my futures account with a little bit of Tether, I'm ready to trade on the futures market. If you'd like to explore all the different pairings and market types, you could come right up here and click where it says markets. Then on this page here, click where it says futures. And here's where you'll find all the different market types and pairings that are available to trade on the Kucoin Futures market. All the market types will be displayed up above, and the pairings will be displayed down below. In my case here, you can see that I'm set to USD. So this means all these pairings down below are quoted in stable coins. If I want to just see the Tether pairings, I can click right here where it says USDT. Now all the pairings down below are quoted in Tether. If I want to see the USDC pairings, we'd click right here on USDC. And this is where you'll find all the USDC pairings. If you want to see the coin margin pairings, you'd click right here where it says coin. And then down below, you can see all the coin margin pairings. Remember, if you want to trade any of these pairings, you'll have to transfer in the underlying asset from your funding account into your futures account. So simply choose the market type and the pairing that you wish to trade. So I'll go ahead and set this back to USD. We'll go here to the Tether pairings, and I'll go ahead and search for Ethereum, just like so. Now that I found the pairing I wish to trade, I'm going to come over here on the right-hand side and click on Trade. And that'll bring you into the futures user interface. Now, as you can see, I'm set to Ethereum versus Tether. Another way to get in here is simply coming up here to derivatives. And you'll find your USD margin contracts right here in this drop-down menu, as well as your coin margin contracts down here. And of course, you just come over here on the right-hand side, select the market type, and then click on the pairing that you wish to trade. You can also change your pairing from here by simply coming over here on the left-hand side, and in my case, I would click where it says ETH Perpetual. Then you'll get a drop-down menu with all your pairings, and of course, your market types can be found up top. So you can always quickly change the market type and the pairing that you wish to trade. Ethereum works perfectly fine for me, so I'll leave it on that for this tutorial. To close this menu, we'll just come back up here where it says ETH Perpetual, give that a click, and I've closed the pairings menu. Right here, we have the price action chart, showing us the asset's performance over a selected time frame. You'll be able to find your time frames right up here at the top left-hand side of the chart. And as you can see, I'm currently set to a daily chart. This means each one of these candlesticks down below represents a day of time. If we want to change the time frame, we just come right up here and we click on the time frame we wish to view. So if we want a 4 hour, click on 4H. Now each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours of time. If you want to find additional time frames, just come right up here, click where it says more. You'll get a drop-down menu with additional time frames. I like the daily, so I'll just go ahead and switch that back to the 1-day chart. This chart is powered by TradingView, so you're going to have access to some drawing tools as well as some basic TradingView indicators. You'll see your drawing tools right over here on the left-hand side of the chart. You can hide them if you come down here and click on this little arrow, and if you want to expand them, just click on that arrow again, and your drawing tools will reappear. Next to each drawing tool is a tiny little arrow. If you click on that, you'll get a drop-down menu showing you additional drawing tools. And of course, you just simply click on the drawing tool that you wish to use. If you want to add an indicator to your chart, you'd come right over here, click where it says indicators. Then you'll get a pop-up window with the indicators that are available to add. If there's something specific that you're looking for, like a MACD, you could type it in right here and then give it a click. We'll close this out. And as you can see, I just added a MACD to the bottom of the chart. If I want to get rid of that, I just come over here, click on this little X inside this pane. And as you can see, I've removed it. When it comes to charting and technical analysis, I prefer to use TradingView directly, and I'll quickly bring it into frame. I mention this in all of my exchange tutorials because TradingView is free to use. The free version does have some pop-up ads that can be a little bit distracting, but aside from that, it does work perfectly fine. On TradingView, you're going to have access to way more indicators, more data, different asset classes. You can backtest strategies. There's just so much more you can do with TradingView when it comes to charting and technical analysis. My version here is a paid version, and you can always try a paid plan for free for up to 30 days. And then you can make an informed decision if TradingView is a good fit for you or not. So I'll leave a link for TradingView in the description down below for anyone that might be interested. I also have a TradingView step-by-step beginner tutorial, so I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. And to the right of the price action chart is where you'll find your order book. And the order book is showing you where market participants have placed their long orders, their short orders, or their take profit levels. And they're doing this by placing limit orders. And I'll be demonstrating limit orders in this tutorial. On the top side of the order book in red, we have what's known as the asks. These are the price points that traders have placed their short orders or their take profits for their long positions. Down below in green, we have what's known as the bids. These are the price points that market participants have placed their long orders or their take profits for their short orders. In the middle of the order book, we have what's known as the mid price. All the asks up above will be greater than the mid price, and all the bids down below will be less than the mid price. When a trader comes along and executes a market order, they're matched up with the best available price from the order book, and the trade is executed immediately. And I'll be demonstrating market orders in this tutorial as well. When a trade is executed, it can be viewable right here in real-time trades. If we give that a click, here's where we'll find in real time all the successful trades that are being executed. All the sells will be coming in red, and all the buys will be coming in green. In the amount column of real trades, you can see the size of the trade that was successfully executed. And over here under time, you'll see the time that that successful trade went through at. When you're ready to get back to your order book, you just click right here on order book. And right next to the order book is where you'll find your order panel, where you can go long or short using market orders, limit orders, and you can set up some stop losses as well. And I'll demonstrate these in this tutorial. Just up above the order panel is where you'll find your leverage. So if you wish to adjust your leverage, we just click right here. Then you'll get a little pop-up window where you can adjust the amount of leverage that you wish to trade with. And as I mentioned before, you'll only have access to up to 5x leverage unless you complete identity verification. In my opinion, 5x leverage is plenty. I personally don't trade with much more than 5x leverage, as it fits my trading style just fine. And for anybody that's brand new to trading, I would never recommend using high amounts of leverage. Of course, this video is not financial advice and is for educational purposes only. Yes, leverage can maximize your gains, but it can also maximize your losses or get your entire account balance liquidated. If you wish to complete identity verification, you just click right here on this link. The margin mode for futures trading on Kucoin is cross margin mode. In a nutshell, this means that Kucoin will use your entire account balance as collateral across all of your positions. So if you get liquidated using cross margin, you will lose your entire account balance. So certainly keep that in mind when choosing the amount of leverage that you wish to trade with. If you'd like to learn how to trade on isolated margin mode, I've made a separate video for that, and I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. At the end of the day, always exercise proper risk management, use a stop loss, or have conditions set where you close a losing trade before you ever get liquidated. You can lose your entire account balance. I'll also mention the more leverage that you use, the closer your liquidation prices are going to be to your entry prices. And I'll be explaining that more later on in this tutorial. To adjust the amount of leverage that you wish to use, you can type in an amount right here. And alternatively, you can just use this slider bar down below. Once you select the amount of leverage that you wish to use, you just simply click on confirm. Now when we come back here to the order panel, you'll see up above that I've adjusted the leverage to 5x. And right over here, just up above the chart, is where you'll find your funding rate. And as you can see at the time of recording, we have a positive funding rate of 0.0063. This means that anybody holding a long position is paying this funding rate to anybody that's holding a short position. And you can see a countdown timer for the funding settlement right here, just to the right of that. So this funding settlement will be in 5 hours and 13 minutes. If you ever see a negative funding rate, that means anybody holding a short position is paying the funding rate to anybody holding a long position. So it's always a good idea to pay attention to the funding rate. If the funding rate gets really high, it can begin to eat into your profits for positions that you're holding over a longer period of time. So certainly worth keeping an eye on that. First, I'll demonstrate a market order, and these order types are nice and simple. They'll execute immediately at the best available price off of the order book. But you will pay a higher fee for using market orders. This is because you're a market taker. You're removing liquidity off of the order book versus adding to the order book by using a limit order. And typically exchanges like to incentivize traders to provide liquidity to the order book. And usually they'll do this by charging a smaller fee for placing limit orders. And I'll demonstrate limit orders next. So the first thing we need to do is come over to our order panel and click on market. Next, we need to choose the size of the position that we wish to open. And there's a few ways to do this. We can come down here to the amount box. You'll find some arrows over here on the right-hand side. So if you were to click on the up arrow, you can see that the position size will increase. And you can click on this down arrow to decrease the size of the position. You can also just simply type in a custom amount. So if I wanted to, I could do something like this. And alternatively, you can use one of these percentage options down below. If I was to click on 25%, that'd be putting 25% of my available collateral into this position. If I was to click right here on 50%, that'll be putting in 50% of my available collateral into this position. And you'll be able to see your available balance right here. So you'll know exactly what you're working with. Once you have this set up the way that you want it, you'd click on buy long if you're betting on the price to go up, or you'd click on sell short if you're betting on the price to go down. For this demonstration, I'll click on buy long. Then you'll get an order confirmation pop-up window here where you can confirm the details of your order. So we can see right here that I'd be using 2x leverage for this particular position. We can see the price, it'll execute at market, so that means it'll execute right away at the best available price from the order book. Then down below, we can see the size of the position right here, 0.03 Ethereum. And right down here is where you'll find your estimated liquidation price. So in my case here, that would be 878 Tether. So if the price of Ethereum came down to 878, my entire balance would be liquidated. Remember, as I said before, the more leverage that you use, the closer this liquidation price is going to be to your entry price. And I'll quickly show you that. I'll close this out. I'll come up here, I'll adjust my leverage up to, let's just go 10x, and then I'll click on confirm. Now I'll click on buy long. Now you can see that the estimated liquidation price will be 1,574, which is much closer to 1,721. So as you can see, the more leverage that you use, the closer your liquidation price is going to be to your entry price. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I'm going to take this leverage way back down to 2x like so, and confirm. Now I'll go ahead and open this position. If the details are what you intended, you just simply click on buy. And if you haven't already entered in your trading password, Kucoin will be asking you to do that. If you need any assistance with setting up a trading password, I cover that in detail in my Kucoin step-by-step beginner tutorial. And I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. So I'll quickly put in my pin and open this position. And my long position filled immediately at the best available price from the order book. And we can find the details of our open position if we come down here and click on the Open Positions tab. And here's where you'll see the details of your open position. You'll be able to see your entry price right here, and you'll be able to see your liquidation price right here. Over here is where you'll find your unrealized P&L. So in my case, I'm already up 10 cents on this position. If at any point you'd like to close your open position, you can do so by just coming right over here on the right-hand side. You can use a limit option or a market option. If you use the limit option, this will allow you to type in a price point that you wish to close your position at. But you will need price action to reach your limit price before the position closes. If we click on limit, you'll get a little box here. And here's where we can type in that price. Let's just imagine that I want to close this position if the price of Ethereum increases to 1,800. Then right here, we type in the amount of the position we wish to close. For the purposes of demonstration, I'll just click on 100%. Then click on confirm. Now I've submitted an order to close my position if the price of Ethereum was to reach 1,800. And we can see that now under open orders. So if we come right over here, click on open orders. Here's where we can see the details of that order to take profit if the price of Ethereum reaches 1,800. If I want to cancel this, I just come over here on the right-hand side and click on cancel. We can also close our position using a market order. To do that, we'll come right over here. We'll click on our positions tab. Now we can see our open position. We'll come over here on the right-hand side and we'll click on market. Then you'll get a pop-up window here where you can put in the amount of the position that you wish to close. For this demonstration, I'll go ahead and just click on 100%. Then I'll click on confirm. And as you can see, my order closed immediately at the best available price from the order book. And I believe I just made a whopping 17 cents on that trade. Now I'll show you how you can set a take profit and a stop loss while you're opening your market position. So to do that, we'll come back up here to the order panel. We'll make sure we're set to market. And I'll go ahead and do the same position size, but this time I'll open a short position. So betting on the price to go down. But before opening this position, I'm going to click right here on this little box that says TPSL of short. Now in this box right here, I can type in a price point that I wish to take profit at. So let's quickly come over here to the chart. And let's just imagine, just for the purposes of demonstration, that I want to target an area somewhere down around this pivot right here to take profit. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and grab a horizontal here from my drawing tools, and I'll go ahead and mark something out, maybe something like this. Good enough for this demonstration. Now we can see on the y-axis of the chart that there's a price point correlating to that horizontal at 1,424. So I'm going to come back over here to the order panel and I'm going to type that into take profit. So 1,424. And in this box down below is where we can type in the price point that we wish to set our stop loss at. So let's head back over here to the chart and let's just imagine that we want to set a stop loss somewhere above this price action right here. So what I'll do is I'll grab a horizontal and I'll go ahead and just mark that out, something like this. Now we can see a price point on the y-axis of the chart correlating to that horizontal at 1,913. Let's use a price just above that price point as our stop loss. We'll come back over here to the order panel, and what I'll do is I'll go 1,922. Now that I have this set up the way that I want it, I'm going to come down here and click on sell short. Then we'll get our order confirmation pop-up window here, giving us the details of our order. So we can see that this position is going to fill right away at the market price. We can see the leverage is 2x right here. If we come down here, we can see our estimated liquidation price all the way up at 2,596, but we don't have to worry about that this time because as you can see, we'll be setting a take profit and a stop loss the moment we pull the trigger on this position. We can see the take profit value right here at 1,424, and we can see our risk management right here at 1,922. So if this is what you intended, you'd come down here and you'd click on sell. And as you can see, I opened that short position immediately at the best available price from the order book. So if the price of Ethereum was to decrease to the downside and come all the way down here and hit my target at 1,424, I'd be closing this position in profit. If price action was to go against me and come up here to my stop loss, I'd be stopped out at a loss. We can find the details of our open position if we come down here and click on the Open Position tab. And here's where we can see the details of our position. If you're looking for your stop loss and take profit, you'd come over here and you'd click on Stop Order. And here's where you can find the details of your take profit as well as your stop loss. If at any point you want to cancel your take profit or your stop loss, you'd come over here on the right hand side and you can click on cancel, and you can cancel them individually, or you could cancel both of them at the same time by clicking on cancel all. Then click on confirm. And as you can see, I just removed my take profit as well as my stop loss, but the position is still open. And you can see that if we come back over here and click on positions. If you want to add a new take profit and a new stop loss for a position that's already open, you can always come right over here where it says take profit stop loss, and you can click the add button underneath that. Then you'll get a pop-up window where you can set your take profit as well as your stop loss. So just for fun, let's just say I want to set a take profit at 1,490 instead. I'd type that in there. And then let's just imagine I want to set my stop loss a little bit higher, so 1,933. Then you come down here, click on confirm. And now we've set our stop loss as well as our take profit for this position that's already open. And now you can see that right underneath take profit and stop loss. And you'll see if we come back over here to stop order, we can find the details underneath this tab as well. If at any point we just want to manually close this, we come back over here to positions, come over here on the right hand side, and I'll go ahead and just use the market option. I'll close 100% of this position, and I'll click on confirm. Then you'll get another window here to cancel your take profit and stop loss order. So I'll go ahead and just click on cancel order. And as you can see, I just closed that position immediately at the best available price from the order book. And if we come over here to our stop orders, give that a click, you'll see that Kucoin canceled the stop loss and take profit as well. As easy as that. Now I'll demonstrate a limit order. Limit orders will give you the ability to be a little bit more strategic by choosing a price point that you wish to open a long position or a price point that you wish to open a short position. But you will need the price of the asset to reach your order price before these orders will fill. You'll also save on fees by using limit orders because you're placing these orders onto the order book for all to see. So in other words, you're providing liquidity to the order book. So the first thing we need to do is come over here to the order panel and toggle it over to limit by clicking right here on limit. Next, we need to choose a price point that we wish to open a position at. So first I'll demonstrate a long position. So let's come on over here to the chart and let's just imagine that I want to place a limit order to go long if the price of Ethereum was to retrace down to this area right here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grab a horizontal here from the drawing tools and I'll mark that out. Let's do something like this. Now we can see a price point on the y-axis of the chart coming in at 1,566. And let's imagine that I want to open a long position if the price of Ethereum was to retrace and come down to that price level right here. So what we'll do is we'll come over here to the order panel and we'll type that into price. We'll go 1,566. Next, we need to choose the size of the position that we wish to open. So for the purposes of demonstration, I'll just click on 25%. And now that I'm ready to place this long order, I'd come down here and click on buy long. Then we'll get our order confirmation pop-up window here, confirming the details of this order. We can see that we'll be placing this order to go long at 1,566. We can see the size of the position right here that'll open if that price level gets hit. And then down here, we'll be able to see our estimated liquidation price. So in this particular situation, that'd be way down at 790. If everything here is what you intended, you'd click on buy. Now we've placed that order onto the order book. If the price of Ethereum was to decrease and come down to my order value right here, this order is going to fill and execute a long position. We can see the details of this order if we come down here and click on open orders. And here's where you'll find your order that you've placed on the order book. So we can see the type of this order is a long. We can see the order price right here as intended. We can see the size of the position that will be opening if the price of Ethereum was to come down to 1,566. And over here, we can see our order value in Tether. If at any point you want to cancel this order, you just come over here on the right hand side and you'd click on cancel. And as you can see, I just removed that limit order to go long off of the order book. Now I'll show you how to use a limit order to go short. So what we'll do is we'll come back up here to our order panel, make sure we're set to limit. Next, we need to choose a price point that we wish to place our short order at. So let's come back on over here to the chart. And just for the purposes of demonstration, let's imagine that we want to try to place an order to go short right at the top of this pivot point right here. Let's move this out of the way so that we can see. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grab a horizontal here and let's mark that out, something like this. And I'll go ahead and just get rid of this horizontal here. And let's imagine we want to place an order to go short if the price of Ethereum comes up to this horizontal level right here. We can see on the y-axis of the chart that there's a price point correlated to that level coming right in at 2000 tether. So what we'll do is we'll come back over here to the order panel and we'll type that price point in. We'll go 2000 right here. Then we need to choose the size of the position that we wish to open. And I'll go ahead and just leave this at the same amount. And then of course, before placing this order, we'd come down here. And in this case, I'll check this box where it says TPSL of short. If you want to set this up for a long position, you'd be clicking this box right here. So in this box here, we can type in our take profit level. And let's just imagine that we want to target this horizontal right down here as our area to take profit. So we can see the price point on the y-axis of the chart at 1,566. So we'll come over here to take profit and we'll type that in. So 1,566. Then down here, we can put in a price point for our stop loss. So let's quickly head over here to the chart and let's imagine that we want to set our stop loss somewhere just above this pivot right here. So I'll go ahead and grab a horizontal. And this time I'm going to mark a spot just slightly above that pivot, maybe something like this. Now we can see a price point on the y-axis of the chart coming in at 2,159. Let's use that price point as our stop loss. So we'll come back here to the order panel. We'll type that into stop loss, 2,159. Now that I have my short order set up the way that I want it, I'd come down here and click on sell short. Then we're getting our order confirmation pop-up window here, giving us the details of our order. So we can see that we'll be placing this limit order to go short at the price point of 2,000. We can see the size of the position I'll be opening if the price of Ethereum was to reach my order price. Just below that, we can see the take profit and stop loss. So the profit is set at 1,566 with risk management at 2,159. And down here, we can see the estimated liquidation price. But in this particular situation, I won't need to worry about that because my risk management is set in place long before that price point. So if all of this is what you intended, you'd click on sell. Now I've placed that order onto the order book to open a short position. So if the price of Ethereum was to move to the upside and hit my order right here, this order is going to fill and execute a short position. And I'd be looking for the price to roll over and then come all the way down here to my take profit level, and it would be filling this order down here to take profit. If the price of Ethereum was to continue and hit this level right here, filling my position and then keep going, I'll get stopped out if the price gets up to my stop price at 2,159. We can find the details of this if we come down here to open orders, and right here you can see that open order that I've placed with the take profit as well as the stop loss. If at any point you want to cancel this, you'd come over here and click on cancel underneath cancel all. Now, as you can see, I just removed that order to go short off of the order book. So as you can see, limit orders do give you the ability to be a little bit more strategic about choosing your price points to open your positions, but you do need price action to cooperate. So for example, in our long position, maybe price action doesn't get down to our order price. Maybe Ethereum just increases to the upside from here, and of course we'd miss out on that because our order down here never filled. Or if Ethereum was to roll over here, come down and fill our long order here, but then keep going to the downside, obviously that will be putting us at a loss. In our short scenario, maybe price action begins to move in the right direction, but it rolls over somewhere here and moves to the downside. Of course, we'd miss this trade because our order never filled up here at 2,000. Or maybe price action comes up, fills the order, and then price just melts right through there to the upside. Of course, in this particular situation, I'd be getting stopped out if the price got up to 2,159. But a couple basic considerations when choosing if a limit order is going to be appropriate for your trade setup. But that's how you get that done. To find the trading fees, just simply come right up here to your profile icon. And right here, you'll be able to see the trading fees. So we can see at the time of recording that the futures fees, our makers are 0.02, so that's if you're going to be using limit orders, and the taker fee is 0.06. That's if you're going to be executing market orders. If you want to save on fees, you can buy a little KCS and hold it on account, and you'll get a 20% discount off of those fees. Just keep in mind that KCS is a risk asset and it's volatile. It can go up in price and it can go down in price. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be using that option in an attempt to save on your trading fees. If you want more information on that, I cover that a little bit more in my Kucoin beginner tutorial. And of course, that video will be linked in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. And there you have it. That's how you can trade derivatives on Kucoin. If you got some value out of this video, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe. Also, feel free to check out my other Kucoin tutorials, which are in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.